Hi guys, how are you all doing? Welcome to the channel. This is Tennis World with the Tennis Expert. I'm here to preview the Cincinnati Masters 1000, and I am your tennis expert here on Tennis World. So I'm going to just sort of go through the I'm going to just sort of go through the draw at Cincinnati, and I'm going to preview it for you, right? And yeah, like I'm really like I love to do this. I love to give you insight on the tournaments. I love to preview. I like to talk about the matches, the matchups, the tactics, and so much more. So I'm just going to quickly review the just a sec, guys. The final in Canada. Just I need to pull up. I want to make sure I got the score 100% right. Yeah, Pablo Carreño Busta. So he's won his first Masters 1000. Lost the first set 6-3, so 3-6 and 6-3, 6-3. I predicted Hurkacz to win because I thought like if he's got enough, Pablo Carreño Busta will return the ball quite well. Force them into rallies, not make mistakes, have great defense and consistency. But I thought Hurkacz would just be able to keep it on the court to have patience to win it in sort of 3, 4, 5 shot rallies. And then if he had that consistency, then he was just going to overpower Pablo Carreño Busta. But in the end, it was Pablo Carreño Busta's defense and consistency. He's getting back the serves, he's getting back the power shots in the rally. And early in the match, yes, Hubert Hurkacz had the consistency to be patient and wait the 3 or 4 shots to get past Pablo Carreño Busta's defense and finish off points and dictate the points and overpower him. But as the match wore on, the consistency dropped off. He didn't have the patience to understand that his serves are going to come back. When he hits great, powerful shots in the rally, those are going to come back. Pablo Carreño Busta is going to give him nothing with errors, and he's just going to accept that the serves coming back and his good shots in the rally, and he's just going to have to hit 3 or 4 good shots every rally and have the patience to wait for the right ball and finish off the rally. And if he can do that, he can overpower him. He did that in the first set, but in the second and third, too many returns came back deep. He had to have too many long rallies in his own serve and didn't have the patience to hit 3 or 4 good shots and wait to finish off the point. When the serve came back, the powerful shots in the rally came back, he just ended up going for too much and didn't have the consistency to stay in the point. And then when he was making too many errors, he decided to be too patient and just not go for much. Then he got into these long grinding rallies where Pablo Carreño Busta was just grinding him down, out rallying him, beating him with consistency defense, moving Hurkacz around and exposing his lack of movement. And then when Hurkacz didn't want to get in those long rallies, he started going for more to get past Pablo Carreño Busta's defense, but made errors. So it was either Pablo Carreño Busta out rallying him because he's being too patient, or him not wanting to get in the long rallies, going for too much power too soon, making errors. But in the first set, he did do the right thing. He was aggressive yet patient and willing to move Pablo Carreño Busta around, overpower him, and understand he's going to take 3 or 4 good shots to finish off each point. He was able to do that, but later in the game, too many errors, wasn't able to be aggressive, but yet patient, was either going for too much, making errors, or worried about the errors, playing too safe and let Pablo Carreño Busta win these long rallies with him and move him around. So it was either one of the two, but he really needed the combination of power yet patience, but he didn't have the patience. And then when he did, It was just because he was afraid of making errors and was too safe, and then got in these long rallies and got out rallied. When the aggression and the patience was the right thing to do, but wasn't able to did it in the first, couldn't do it in the second and third, and Pablo Carreno Busta's either out rallying him or playing great defense and forcing her catch to go for too much. So basically, that's all from Montreal. Pablo Carreno Busta wins his first Masters 1000, winning this one 3-6, 6-3, 6-3. So let's get on to the Cincinnati Masters 1000, alright guys? Let's preview Cincinnati like the title of the video is about, right? So first I'll look at Medvedev's part of the draw. He's got Van der Zandschulp. I think he'll win that. Just get the returns back, move him around, expose his lack of movement. Then he'll probably get Brooksby or Paul. Again, he'll get the ball back, move him around, out-rally them. Sorry, actually, no. It won't be. It'll probably be Shapovalov. But yeah, he'll be able to get Shapovalov's serves back, force him into a rally, move him around, out-rally him, or when Shapovalov doesn't want to be pushed around and out-rallied, he's going to have to go for too much power, too close to the line and make errors, and then when he's safe, Medvedev will just out-rally him. So that's the round of 16. In the quarterfinals, he'll get Rublev. That could be a tough one. But I just think like this type of court is much better for Medvedev, where he serves, he's got a better serve than Rublev, are really going to be effective. He can, he has enough power on his rally shots to hit winners and finish points. Like on a slower hard court, Medvedev has to go for too much power, too close to the line to make errors to finish the point, or when he's his normal patient game, he's not going through the court, and people can push him around in the rallies. But here, he can play his normal, consistent rally game and get the ball through the court, finish points, hit winners, and play with patience and consistency, but yet it's enough power to get through the point and finish the rally. And also his serve is very effective on these fast courts. So I just think like his serve will be very good. He'll be able to get in rallies. He'll be able to move Rublev around and get the ball through the court and finish points and just out rally, control, push Rublev around, take his time away, finish points with winners, and get a lot of free points on the serve. And I just think it'll be 2 or 3 sets. He'll beat Rublev. Then he'll get Tsitsipas. We know how they are on a hard court. It needs to be clay. If Tsitsipas wanted a chance, it should be a very fast hard court. I mean, we saw these guys play in the Australian Open, I believe, the semi-finals. Usually Tsitsipas loses in straight sets. This time it was 4 sets. But this is a very similar court than the Australian Open, maybe a bit faster, which suits Medvedev even more. His superior serve will work very well. He'll have the ability to get through the court and finish points with his rally shot and move Tsitsipas around, finish points. Tsitsipas needs a lot of time to set up his big motion on the forehand, so he'll be pushed around and won't have enough time to set up on the forehand. So I just think I just think when I'm looking at this situation, Medvedev always wins on the hard courts. He has a better serve and Tsitsipas. That'll help more in this faster court. He'll have the ability to, in his rally shot, get the ball through the court, hit winners, finish points, and that'll be good. He'll be able to rush Tsitsipas. Tsitsipas won't have time to set up on the forehand because the ball will be getting through the court faster, and he'll just be able to be moved around, ball coming through the court, out rallied, and not enough time to set up. Whereas Medvedev gets the serve, rally shots, getting through the court, finishing the points, being able to hit winners in those rallies, and just 2 or 3 sets to Medvedev. So let's go back to the draw. So that'll put him in the final. Let's look at Nadal's part of the draw. Nadal's going to play Musetti or Bonacoric. I mean, I just think like it could be a bit of a challenge his first match. He'll probably get through it in 3 sets. Then the next match, he's going to get Pablo Carreno. He's going to get, sorry, no, he's going to get probably Batista Agut. Just the mental edge by Nadal being the dominant Spanish player and everyone looking up to him, and they've played Davis Cup and ATP Cup. I just think he'll have the mental edge over Agut, but because Nadal's just coming back, um, Agut might get a set, but in the end, I think Nadal will just dictate with the forehand and overpower Agut and just push him around with the forehand standing in the middle. Then in the quarterfinals, we're going to see him play probably Aliassime. Now, this could be a tough one. It could go either way. They played at the French Open on clay, and Aliassime actually got into a fifth set, and that's the French Open. The game style he was trying to play was the serve and just going for it and attacking and shortening points, coming to the net and finish. On one of the fastest hard courts in the world, this style will work so much better. His serve will be better, his attacking shots will get through the court more, and just his ability to sort of use the serve, use the attacking, use the power game, and just go for it, and not let Nadal really get in rallies and just rush him and just be overpowering him, really, and saying, I'm just going for it and I'm not getting in rallies. These balls, these serves, these power shots will get through the court faster. And Nadal won't have time to really get to the ball, play defense. And it's going to be very hard for him to get back out these things. Serve, the power shots when they land in. He's going to get a lot less time on both to get to these balls. And if Aliassime attacks and plays that level that he played in the French Open, it'll work better because you've got a faster court to say, I'm going for it, I'm not going to rally, I'm going to overpower you. The balls are going through the court off the serve and the power shot and the rally. So he's a much better chance than the French Open. But that's if he does play the level he played at the French Open, he'll win. But he's inconsistent, so I don't know if he will. That was one of the best matches of his career. So if he can repeat it, it'll work better on a faster court. But my doubt is that he won't. So I'm going to say Nadal in 3 sets. But Aliassime has a great chance if he can produce his best level, because if he serves well and really goes through the power game and his power shots are landing in, he can really overpower Nadal on this fast court. But because he's a bit inconsistent and I'm more likely to know what Nadal will produce, I'm going to say it'll be a very close match, but Nadal in 3 sets. Then in the semi-finals, Nadal will probably play Alcaraz. We'll see an all Spanish match. I think Nadal will win this in 3 sets. It's going to be very close, but I'm just going to say 3 sets for Nadal. I just think like they both play at a very similar level. They both serve a similar level. They're both great at defense, great at rallying, have a huge forehand to finish the point. It'll just come down to who's better on the day, right? And I'm just going to say it'll be I think it'll be Nadal, and I think like he lost in Madrid last time, he's going to come out really determined. We saw last time they played on a hard court at Indian Wells, he sort of attacked early in the point, came into the net and finished off, and really rushed Alcaraz by saying, I'm not just going to get in my normal long rallies, I'm going to rally but from an aggressive point. I'm just going to go for it. I'm going to push you back on defense. Then I'm going to try to come in once I'm ahead in the rally and come in and finish at the net. And I think he's going to do that. I think he's going to rush Alcaraz. I think he's going to rattle Alcaraz. And I think he's going to say you can't let Alcaraz with his power have time to set up. So on this fast court, you've got to attack early in the point. You've got to serve well with the serve plus forehand. You've got to attack on the return serve. And you're just going for your shots early in the rally and pushing Alcaraz onto a defensive position. And Alcaraz, I don't think he likes these faster courts. So all attacking players on fast courts seem to rattle him. And I think Nadal will go for a more attacking game and push Alcaraz onto defense and then come into the net and finish and take his time away. And this Cincinnati court will help that. So I'm going to say yeah, 2 or 3 sets for Nadal, and then will be for a Nadal Medvedev final. The head-to-head is like 6-1 in favor of Nadal, even though it's hard court, Medvedev's best surface. The one place Medvedev won and outplayed him was the World Tour Finals on a fast indoor court. I think Cincinnati's court is about the same speed as the World Tour Finals court, right? And I just think that, like, usually when Medvedev, like, if you look at Djokovic and Nadal matchup, Djokovic usually doesn't have the power to finish the point and get through the court on a clay court. So when they play their normal, consistent rally game, this is Nadal and Djokovic on clay, Nadal's able to dominate and push him around with a forehand. And then when Djokovic doesn't want to be pushed around, he's got to go for too much power, too close to the line, and just to go for it and take risks. And then usually makes errors, for example, because he's going for too much power, taking risk. But his normal rally shot's not getting through the court, and Nadal's pushing around. On a faster court, Djokovic actually can get through the court more, can rush Nadal, can finish points off his normal rally shot because the court's faster and he's able to get it through the court and he's able to rush Nadal, and Nadal doesn't have enough time to set up on the forehand. The thing is, Medvedev's similar to Djokovic, but he has a bit less power in his rally shots. So when you get to the faster hard court, where now Djokovic has the power to get through the court, finish points, rush Nadal, Medvedev actually doesn't. He's getting the ball through the court sort of the same way that Djokovic does on clay, which means Nadal's either bossing around with the forehand because Medvedev's not getting through the court. Medvedev can't finish points and can't get through the court, whereas Nadal has time to set up a hit forehand and push him around. But Medvedev himself can't rush him, can't finish the court. But I think if you make it an extremely fast hard court, then I think Medvedev can do what Djokovic does sort of on a slower hard court or a medium pace hard court. And now that 5 sort of kilometers that he hits it slower than Djokovic, he's made up for that by having a really fast hard court at Cincinnati. And in that case, he's able to do what he did on his one win at the World Tour Finals. If it's like a really fast indoor sort of hard court Cincinnati grass, then Medvedev has enough power to sort of get the ball through the court, finish points, and then rush Nadal. But not on a normal hard court or not on clay, just very fast courts. And I think Cincinnati, it will be fast enough for Medvedev to get the ball through the court, to finish points, to rush Nadal, and the court will be too fast where Nadal won't have time to set up on the forehand. Like I said, if it's Nadal Djokovic, Djokovic can do that on all hard courts, but not on clay. But Medvedev's got a bit less power. So on both clay or medium or slow hard courts, he can't rush Nadal, can't get it through the court, and then Nadal has time to set up and boss him around with the forehand, right? But on this very fast, like Cincinnati indoor courts grass, the fastest courts there is, then Medvedev has enough power to finish points, to rush Nadal, and Nadal doesn't have enough time to set up on the forehand. And then also on these very fast courts, Medvedev has a better serve than Nadal. So that advantage of having a better serve is even more of an advantage on a faster court. So when you add Medvedev having more of an advantage with the serve and the chance to actually, his rally shots, is able to get through the court and finish points and rush Nadal. And Nadal doesn't have time to sort of set up his forehands because the ball's going through the court too fast. And then when you add all that up, and then yes, on a faster hard court at the Australian Open, Nadal beat him 7-5 in the 5th set. But you saw how hard that was. He was down 2-0 and had to come back. And it was very tough to try to beat Medvedev on a fast hard court like this. And Nadal had to be his absolute best in the end of a Grand Slam final when his game's clicked. If that's what it takes for Nadal to beat Medvedev on these faster hard courts. I don't think Nadal will find that level in his first tournament back. Number one. Number two, I think Cincinnati could be even faster than the Australian Open. So again, it's going to favour Medvedev more, and he was just a few points away from winning. So if you give him any more of an advantage, he wins. Plus, you give him an advantage, Nadal won't be as good as he was at the Australian Open. So I think this is a perfect scenario. Medvedev gets the perfect court for him, perfect speed of court, and he gets Nadal on his first tournament back. And I think he'll beat Nadal in 3 sets. But the only thing that could disrupt this is if Medvedev himself isn't playing his best, because he lost to Kyrgios in the last tournament. If that's the case, even a Nadal at not his best on a very fast court that doesn't suit him could then beat him. But Medvedev at his best against Nadal just coming back on one of his worst courts, a very fast court, the combination of Nadal just coming back, playing on one of his worst courts, Medvedev's now got all these matches playing on one of his best courts to beat Nadal. I'm going to say Medvedev's going to just get over the line, but the only court he doesn't match up well against Nadal, but he needs like a Cincinnati fast indoor court, grass court. He's got that, and he's got Nadal just coming back. So I think he gets over the line. He beats Nadal in 3 sets, and Daniel Medvedev will be your 2022 Cincinnati Masters champion. That's my video for today. Subscribe, bell notification, thumbs up. Be back here for my next video. I'm going to preview the semi-finals of this tournament and the final. So sort of be back around Friday, Saturday for my Cincinnati Masters semi-final preview, where I'll have the update information on who's playing, how they played to get there. I'll be able to give you a much more in-depth, insightful preview of those semi-finals. So come back Friday, Saturday, subscribe, bell notification, thumbs up. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye for now. Don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for being with me, guys. Be back Friday, Saturday. Subscribe, and bye for now.